Ladies and gentlemen, failure is not the opposite of success, it's part of the journey. It's the storm you must weather to reach the sunshine of your dreams. Growing up, I had dreams so big they scared me. But chasing them meant I had to confront failure again and again. And let me tell you, failure is not something to fear, it's something to embrace. When I started my journey in the entertainment industry, I was an outsider. I didn't speak the language, I didn't have connections, and I certainly didn't have a roadmap. All I had was an unshakable dream and the courage to face rejection. And believe me, rejection wasn't just an occasional bump in the road, it was a constant. I remember the auditions I attended where I was told I didn't have what it takes. Sometimes they didn't even bother to say it out loud, you could see it in their eyes. It hurts. Let's not sugarcoat it. Failure bruises your ego, shakes your confidence, and makes you question whether you're even good enough. But every time I fell, I reminded myself of one thing: you cannot let failure define you. It's not about what happens to you, it's about what you do with it. I began to see failure not as a dead end, but as a detour. It was a way to reassess, refine, and refocus. Each rejection taught me something new about my craft, about my resilience, and most importantly, about my strength. Instead of drowning in self-pity, I chose to learn. I asked myself, what can I do better? What's my next move? And slowly but surely, I turned those lessons into stepping stones. One of the most critical things I realized is that success doesn't happen overnight. It's not some magical moment where everything falls into place. Success is built on countless small victories, many of which come disguised as failures. Every no I received was preparing me for the yes that was waiting around the corner. Take, for example, the song Dilbar. It became a sensation, but what people don't see is the blood, sweat, and tears that went into getting there. They don't see the countless hours of training, the sleepless nights, or the moments of doubt. They see the end product, but not the process. And the process, it's messy, it's hard, it's full of failures. But those failures, they are your greatest teachers. They teach you humility because they remind you that you're not entitled to success, you have to earn it. They teach you perseverance because they push you to keep going when every part of you wants to quit. And they teach you gratitude because they make you appreciate the victories no matter how small they seem. One of the most profound lessons I've learned is that dreams demand sacrifice. When you're chasing a dream, you're stepping into the unknown. It's terrifying, yes, but it's also exhilarating. You have to leave behind the safety net of what's comfortable and embrace the uncertainty of what's possible. And that takes courage. There were times when I questioned if all the struggle was worth it. When the criticism felt too harsh, when the rejections piled up, when the failures seemed too overwhelming, those were the moments that tested my faith in myself. But here's the thing, if your dream doesn't scare you, it's not big enough. And if you're not failing, you're not trying hard enough. Failure is proof that you're pushing boundaries, that you're daring to go beyond what's easy or expected. It's a sign that you're alive, that you're striving for something greater. And isn't that what life is all about? I want to share something deeply personal with you. There was a point in my career when I felt like giving up. The criticism was relentless, the opportunities were scarce, and the failures felt like they were suffocating me. I thought maybe the dream was too big, that maybe I wasn't cut out for it, but then I realized something: the only way you truly fail is if you stop trying. So I kept going, I kept auditioning, I kept training, and I kept believing in myself, even when it felt like no one else did, and eventually the tide began to turn. Slowly, opportunities started to come my way. They weren't handed to me, I fought for every single one of them, and when the big breaks came, I was ready because failure had prepared me for them. Today, when people see my success, they often say, you make it look so easy, but the truth is, nothing about this journey has been easy. It's been a roller coaster of highs and lows, of victories and defeats, and that's what makes it so rewarding. I'm standing here today not because I never failed, but because I never gave up, and I want you to know that you can do the same. Whatever your dream is, whether it's to become an artist, a doctor, an entrepreneur, or anything in between, know that failure is part of the process. It's not a sign that you're on the wrong path, it's a sign that you're moving forward. Chasing a dream is not about guarantees, it's about possibilities. It's about believing in something so deeply that you're willing to risk failure to achieve it. It's about daring to be vulnerable, to take chances, and to put yourself out there. And yes, it's about falling down, but more importantly, it's about getting back up. So embrace failure, don't run from it, don't hide from it, and don't let it break you. Instead, let it shape you, let it teach you, let it fuel your fire. Every failure is a stepping stone, every rejection is a redirection, and every setback is a setup for a comeback. Chase your dreams with everything you've got. Be relentless, be fearless, and be unapologetic. The road won't be easy, but it will be worth it. Because at the end of the day, success is not about avoiding failure, it's about rising above it. Your dreams are valid, your efforts matter, and your failures are not the end, they're just the beginning. So keep going, keep dreaming, keep failing, and most importantly, keep believing in yourself. Because if I can do it, so can you. Thank you.